We'll keep a close eye on that story for you, but we also just want to reflect another development that is sharply on our radar. We're anticipating an update on the ongoing investigations in the wake of that devastating shooting that took place in Reiger Park yesterday. In case you missed it, just yesterday we were told that there was a shooting that claimed the lives of 2 anti-gang unit officers and 2 civilians in that area. The acting police minister, that's Feroz Kachalia, has now asked residents to come forward with any information that they have and to challenge the kind of violence that is playing out in their community. These are live pictures at one of the scenes, we understand, connected to that crime. And this is where we also anticipate that there'll be some kind of update from national officials or police who are working in the national office of the service itself. Hopefully they'll get us a better sense of what they were able to find, whether or not any suspects have in fact now finally been found and arrested, and in fact whether there are witnesses at the very least who were able to come forward. Sadly, we are accustomed to shootings in South Africa, but not many of them typically involve police officers, and I suppose that's why in many respects this particular shooting is getting the kind of attention that it is getting, because as I mentioned, among the victims are 2 anti-gang unit officers, and that'll open up all manner of questions around whether or not they were being targeted for their jobs, or if in fact they just happened to be caught in the crossfire, for lack of a better term, given the fact that sadly these shootings do take place and kind of feel like they're becoming commonplace in a number of communities. I do think that the acting police minister, stand to be corrected, did visit the area, and that's when he made that appeal for residents themselves to also come forward to speak about what it is that they were able to see. So as soon as we are able to get some kind of word, we'll certainly bring that to you to get you a sense of what the way forward may look like. But let's perhaps bring in for now SABC News reporter Calvin Dludla, who's currently at the scene itself and joins us. Calvin, if you're able to hear me, take us through what we're looking at.
Good afternoon to you, Ayanda, and to our SABC viewers at home. We are here at Reiger Park. Remember, SABC News were here in Reiger Park from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's Monday today. And the reason why SABC is here today is because they were called by DPCI, known as the Hawks. They told us that they have developments or progress. Remember, on Friday night, 4 people were shot, 2 civilians and 2 police officers. Now we know, Ayanda, that those 2 officers were attached to a unit called anti-gang unit known as AGU. So on Saturday we came here, we engaged with the mayor who visited the family, the mayor of the city of Ekurhuleni, and yesterday we were here as well, where the acting minister Feroz Kachalia was addressing the media, saying that residents or the members of the public need to work hand in hand with the police. What we know is that there is no arrest that have been made so far, and police are still searching for the suspects. That's the information that we have gathered so far. But now, our sources on the ground, our reliable sources, Ayanda, are telling us that police have found firearms. Those firearms that were taken by the suspects on Friday night. Those are unconfirmed reports from our sources. We will wait for Colonel Katlego Mogale to engage with us. Actually, we spoke to him off the record, but she told us that they are waiting for the acting minister, Feroz Kachalia. He is on his way to address the media. Those are the ones who are going to actually explain to us on really what is happening here. But we got a notice that we need to come here, and we were told that the Hawks will be briefing the media. We were told that they were at the police station, but when we arrived at the Reiger Park police station, we were told by Katlego Mogale from the Hawks that they have moved now to the crime scene. Our video journalist Hlomuga is showing you the members of the South African Police Service from different units, including the anti-gang unit and the members of the public order policing. They are all over here, and this place has been combed with the police tape that shows you that it has been declared as a crime scene and it's still active. The members of the South African Police Service including highway patrol, are all over this place. No one is willing to talk to us. You would understand that ordinary police officers are not allowed, or they are not allowed to talk to the media. Only their spokespeople are allowed to do so. So Colonel Mohale from the Hawks did mention that no, they are just waiting for the acting minister, Firoz Kachalia, to talk to the media. He is the one who will give us a direction and tell us, Ayanda, what is happening here. But our sources on the ground, our reliable sources on the ground, they are telling us, Ayanda, that police have managed to get to find those two firearms that were taken by the suspects on Friday. Just to remind the viewer at home about this tragic incident, it happened on Friday night. I think it was around 7:30, where police officers were responding to a gunshot. We are told that they were responding to a gunshot and they were stopped by two individuals. Our sources are saying that when they stopped, they thought that those two people are actually directing them to where those gunshots were coming from, but unfortunately, when they opened windows, those two suspects shot at them and took those firearms. We are told that they managed to drive off from the crime scene and then the car lost control, and that is why they ended up hitting a palisade of a school called Lakeside, not far from where we are. So yesterday, the acting minister was here, including the premier of the province, Panyaza, Lissofi, and other senior officials in the province of Gauteng, including the provincial commissioner, Lieutenant General Tomim Tombeni. All of them were here trying to engage with the community. Most of them were actually livid. Dimpane, the acting police commissioner, saying that someone needs to speak up. She says that someone saw something. She says that someone knows something, knows someone. She was referring to the community members, saying that they need to speak up. They need to work hand in glove with the police officers so that they can be able to apprehend these suspects. She did mention, as you could have heard, that she said we need those firearms. And after that, there is a workman, a resident, who was telling the police officers that those two firearms are no longer in the police hands. They are in the hands of the criminals. If police do not do something to get back those firearms, something else will happen here in this area of Reiger Park. What that package is talking about, everything that we covered yesterday, as I have mentioned. So our sources are telling us that those particular firearms that Dimpane and Kopman are referring to have been found by the members of the South African Police Service. What we don't know where did they find them, and we are trying by all means to engage with the community members. Remember, even Dimpane did mention that these community members need to work with the police. So what we don't know now, Ayanda, is whether these community members did contribute as to where we are. So now, what you are waiting for, the acting minister of police, Firoz Kachalia, who did mention though yesterday that they will find these firearms. So what we don't know is to where exactly did they find those firearms, from who. That is what we need to know. But we are outside here camping, Ayanda, and what I need to explain as well is that the provincial commissioner of the South African Police Service, Lieutenant General Tomim Tombeni, yesterday, just after the briefing, he did mention that they are looking for those firearms. They will find those firearms, and it does seem that they have managed to find them. But we will wait for an official word from the Hawks and the acting minister, Firoz Kachalia, whom I'm being told that he is on his way to address the media here where we are, Ayanda.
All right, Calvin Dludla, thanks very much indeed for that update. We'll certainly keep a close eye out to get a sense of what happens next, but no overstating the importance of the story. Calvin Dludla, live to us from Reiger Park in Gauteng. For now, thanks very much.